Welcome back to the All-Star Afternoon Express here on ZoomerRadio. I'm your host, Liz West. Of course, the Nylons and Chain Gang. And our first guest today joined the legendary band in 1989. He has since gone on to have a very successful solo career as a singer, songwriter, vocal coach. I'm hoping he'll teach us all how to sing if we are really nice to him today. He's a general showman. Please welcome Micah Barnes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Liz.
Now, we're going to go right off script here because a couple little birds actually told me that you might have recently gotten married. Is this true?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It took 16 years for him to say yes.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
You're looking at a very patient man.
Well, first of all, I think we have to let everybody know that it's sort of like, it's in the Zoomer family.
That's right.
Almost, right? Because
we're going to break a lot of hearts, Liz.
Nothing new with that, right? You've been doing that forever. Your new partner, your new husband.
That's right.
Is Zoomer Media's Tom Allison from your all-time classic hit parade. It's a full circle moment, and that's premiering tonight. The seventh season premieres tonight on Vision TV. So mark that down in your calendars. So tell us, first of all, why did it take 16 years?
You know,
I'm putting someone in the hot seat.
Right? No, I don't mind the question. I feel like we were busy marrying each other and figuring out the relationship. And at some point we thought, if we're gonna do this, let's do it while my mama's with us. You know, it was one of those feelings like, we're already there, so let's just celebrate, you know? And it feels wonderful.
I was just reading an article, though, that you said something in, it was maybe 10, 15 years ago about being a super single.
Oh, that's right.
You're, I think, bragging about being single.
God, you're right.
Are you one of those people who thought you'd be single forever?
You know what? I was. There was it was a long desert in between. You all know what I mean. You don't meet your soulmate every day, right?
No.
But then, when I met Tom, we really knew early in the game that we were well matched. We're in the business, but different parts of the business, and we really support each other like crazy and believe in each other's greatness. And I think that trust and respecting each other has really built over the years. So I'm happily married already, and it's only been 4 days. So.
Well, I think this is a great time of year to get married.
I agree.
You chose a perfect month.
Oh, I just love September, don't you?
Yes.
It's my favorite.
I know. I absolutely do. So I want to ask you about going back, because we can't skip over when you joined the Nylons, because you kind of went from not a nobody, but you were like a local performer, and then whammo, in this band, traveling the world, and it must have kind of blown your mind.
It blew my mind every day. Liz, I never got tired of it, and I was always pinching myself like, I'm on a flight to a brand new city, I'm going to go to a gorgeous venue, sound check, eat a meal, and go out and sing with these guys all night, go to a hotel, and then get up the next day and do it again. I literally am built for it, but I didn't know if I was going to achieve it. And then one day, right on my door, the manager said, you know what? We hear you're a baritone. And I was like, yes, I am a baritone.
Were you a baritone?
Not really.
I don't even know what a baritone is.
Well,
I'm not exactly sure.
I can tell you what the baritone is.
Okay.
It's the one that goes, oh-im away, oh-im away, oh-im away, oh-im away, right?
Okay. So you auditioned for the part, which must have been so nerve-wracking.
They put me through 3 weeks of boot camp, Liz, and it was great. It was good for me because I had never really sung that kind of a cappella harmony, plus choreography and telling a joke. That was the hardest audition you could ever do. But really what they wanted was personality, and they wanted someone who could match them as concert entertainers, because of course they were really great showmen. And I think that was the key, is that they knew that I could sparkle with them even though I was a bit younger, and also keep up with them musically. Big, tall order, and I learned so much. Oh my God.
Well, you can't rely on the instruments to back you up when it's just your voices. I always feel like, wow, pressure. It's just your pipes.
I really learned how to take care of my instrument, take care of my spirit, my body. And when I'm working with young clients who are up and coming in the industry, I'm always about how are you self-supporting? Because you do a really hard job and almost nobody will know how to support you. You have to figure it out yourself, what you need. And I was very lucky. Those guys were my mentors and they showed me how to eat, sleep, take care of myself. Oh, I wrecked the set. I'm sorry, Liz.
It's plastic grass. Don't worry. It's not real. You are a vocal coach, okay?
Yeah.
I've got to ask, have you ever had someone come to you for coaching, maybe well known, and you're just like in your head thinking, you're the worst singer I've ever heard. What am I going to do with you?
Yes, it happened, and I can't say their name.
That's okay.
But
yeah,
they went out on tour, and they just turned up the recording of their voice.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, because that's the best idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and as a voice coach, I was like, yes, I think I understand that that's probably the best thing to do.
Wow.
That was a weird
So that really
moment.
happens.
It really does happen. It wasn't somebody who's a superstar. You know, I think at some point you have to get your talent figured out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And audiences know. We know when someone's really singing.
Yes.
Now, you know?
When I watch TV and there's someone singing, my husband always goes, like award shows.
Yeah.
I'm always like, voice track, voice
Yep.
track, voice track.
Yeah.
And it annoys the heck out of me.
Of course.
Because I'm not, paying nothing to see you sing to a voice track.
That is for sure. And I think that's where the Nylons were able to really, it's so live, you can't pretend that's not four voices
No.
live.
And if one of the voices screws up, then do they all look at you and bore holes in your head with their eyes?
They were very kind, and I will admit that it was a tall order to learn the gig, but I think I managed to do it well enough, and they were really, really sweet to me. I could never have done it without their help.
It's a great story. It's great to have such a great memory. I have a question from listener Nora in Alliston. She wanted to ask you if there was any aspect of your success when you were starting out, like the fame and the fortune, that you thought you really wanted, but then today realized you didn't.
Do you know what? That's really interesting. Recently, I've been saying and thinking, I don't need to be super famous. And, when I was in the Nylons, I was suddenly, front page, doing TV all around the world, and I enjoyed it. I was sort of like a hungry at that time.
Yeah.
Thinking,
How old were you?
I was
Just so we have an idea.
Yeah, like in my 20s.
Right.
So, right? And you think, oh, the world.
Who doesn't want to be like famous in your 20s?
I think that's really a
Right?
thing, right? Yeah.
Having a great time.
And by the time I kind of, got out of the band, I was like, it's not all it's chalked up to be. I mean, money is great. We all like to make money, but being really super famous is a trap. It's a cage, and not everybody survives it well, as we have seen.
Yeah.
So it's not that important to me. I love the one-on-one with an audience. If you like the music and you want to, buy the CD or stream it, fantastic. I don't need you to think I'm the cat's meow.
Thank you. Okay, we have a quick question from Julia in the audience. Julia, we're going to give you the microphone. Julia has something she wants to say to you, Micah.
Hi, Micah. I've been following you for about 40 years.
Oh my goodness.
I knew you
Did you say
back in the
4?
day-
You said 4, right?
When you
40.
had really long hair.
Yes. Wow.
Not quite as long as mine right now.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring to have followed you throughout these years, how you progressed in your singing style, your musical background, and how you are an inspiration to people throughout the world, that you can actually have a wonderful profession in the musical field. And I think young people need to see that you can have a life with something that you're passionate about. And for that, I thank you. And it's so wonderful to see you again.
What a pleasure. And thank you so much for that.
Okay.
That lands very beautifully with me. Goodness.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you.
We have the best listeners here
Yeah.
at Zoomer. We really do. I was chatting with a lot of folks beforehand. Everybody's super nice and big fans. Speaking of fans,
Yes.
I know you're a fan of Leonard Cohen, and you, I'd say you're a super fan. Would that be accurate?
Correct.
Okay, and you've got a show planned tomorrow, not the first one you've done, to pay
right.
tribute to him. It's his birthday on the 21st. Tomorrow's the 20th. Tell us about the show.
So I don't know what it is about Leonard Cohen's songs. I've always admired them. I always thought to myself, gee, wouldn't it be great to hear someone with a voice that was a little bit more technically proficient?
Interesting.
You know, we love Leonard, but he's a
Yeah.
poet, right?
Yeah.
And so at about song number 3, I'm always like, can you get Jennifer Carnes in here? Like, who's going to sing it now, right? Anyway, I started to fool with the material in my regular show, and the audiences just took to the Leonard Cohen stuff. We love the songs, and we're thrilled to hear a singer actually sing them who can kind of honor the melody a bit more and honor those beautiful lyrics. So Hughes Room and I got together. We talked about maybe it's an annual event. This is our 2nd annual Happy Birthday Leonard, and we're almost sold out. It is so lovely to have all that love and sort of appreciation for Lenny. And I get to tell stories, and in some ways, I really feel like I was born to sing his stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I really feel it in my bones.
So that show's tomorrow night at Hughes Room. I know you also have a tour planned for the
Yes.
new year. What a great way to kick off a new marriage in 2026.
Listen, Liz, we decided to make the announcement today with you. I have not toured since the pandemic. I released an album just right on the eve of us all
Yeah.
taking the wine into the kitchen with it in our pajamas. And well, and it's thanks to all of the wonderful audience that my Vegas Breeze album did so well internationally that I signed with a label, and now we're getting ready to release a new record. It's going to come out while we're in the middle of this tour. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
How
decided.
does that work? That's unusual.
It's unusual, but you know what it is? I want to go coast to coast. I want to go ocean to ocean, which means I've got to book in advance to make sure that I have the venues that I want. And so I just went ahead, I checked in with the label about it, and we were like, great. When the record's ready, we'll release it. In the meantime, I get to go to the people who I've missed, because I used to tour the country. I remember that years ago. Let's do that again. So I'm going to start in BC, head Alberta through the prairie, come through Ontario, Quebec, and to the East Coast, hopefully by the spring. Spring or summer, we should be able to hit the East Coast. So, and touring has got to be the most fun that there is. I love being in the recording studio, but it's just being with that audience, right? That's what I love.
You're going to get a chance to perform here. Micah Barnes is going to play something special for us coming up next, so stay with us here on the Afternoon Express on ZoomerRadio.